Hello, everybody. Today it looks like my thing came true about reviewing the Les Mis musical spectacular. Cause today we are with Mr. Rob Bergman.
Hey, how are ya?
Yes, and today we're gonna be doing a little commentary for Les Miserables, a musical spectacular.
Wait, I thought we were doing a commentary on the Lords of Salem.
Ha ha ha. Sure.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Right. So this dire situation, whose idea was it?
And
Mine,
mine.
mine, yours. Honestly, I've forgotten.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so I guess we'll take this time to explain the story. So I think what happened is, I think I saw someone on Doug Walker's Facebook page say that he should do a fully sung bum review of the Les Mis movie. And then sometime later, I remembered that, but I didn't remember it right. I thought you said you were thinking of doing it for another situation. So then one day I'm like, hey Glenn, did you say you were thinking of doing a fully sung Les Mis review for a dire situation? And you're like, no, but that sounds awesome.
That does sound like me.
I don't know if those were the exact words, but yeah.
Okay. Well, let's start it. Let's see what we came up with.
Okay, let's take a look. A dire situation. Les
Yes.
Mis are...
I think I briefly mentioned this, but you were the one who mostly came up with the lyrics and everything, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, you had some.
Yeah,
By crazy conductor.
but this thing was mainly like your masterpiece, and I take credit for it because I'm a greedy bastard.
You with your old hair and your reindeer tie.
Yeah, and fun fact, that was the only piece of Christmas article I wore around the time. So
Yeah.
that's
That Christmas sucked.
that Christmas sucked balls, man.
Yeah, was it? So it was whatever we did beforehand. Then we went to see the movie, and then working on this, just all of that, and the next day was also just full of editing.
Yeah, I think that was the Christmas
I've
like I was.
fallen and I can't get up. No, wait, I got up.
I,
That joke failed.
I think that was the Christmas that I was kicked out of my house. I remember.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Didn't you say we left to go see the movie at 2 hour, like 2:46 in 1 second?
Oh yeah, that's right. Just a bit of
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I remember like on the topic of rocks. I think it was like was me coming up not to toot my own horn, but it was like, I think my mom was driving us to dinner somewhere, and I came up with the optimist rhyme, and then you were just like taken aback at it.
I'm an optimist. Something
Good is not to be real
really
pissed.
pissed.
Yeah.
Oh
Don't say I
dear.
got. Yeah, I'll say it later.
Okay. Um, Geez, my hair. I'm glad I got that.
God, the old hair.
I'm glad I got.
Okay, yeah, don't we keep disappearing from the chairs?
Oh yeah, because one of us is filming the other. That's why in this
Yeah.
shot right now
Except,
you can see
I
that.
think except later with the cassette show, when I'm talking about what I thought.
Oh yeah, where you can see it mainly. I
Well, and I
appear
was
to have just.
on the show too. Like a few months later, I did the show. And we had one of the same Val John actually. Because I remember when when we were working on this, looking at the epilogue, and you said you were so nostalgic for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that feeling now.
Ah, that's good.
Should we tell the Major Domo story, or maybe not?
Maybe later, but
Yeah, maybe later.
something to mention, at this point, I had known way more about Les Miserables than any mortal man should. I had been in a
You were just
production.
was it after my show when you were done with it?
Yeah, because by that point I had seen a show, been in a show, read the books, which is much easier said than done.
So you had finished the book by then.
Yeah. I, wait, I
Yeah,
fin-
you finished it like around Thespians then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, cause, yeah, that was, that was the time when I got in a lot of reading. Those
Yeah.
books took me a year and a half to read!
You thought you would be done by the time you were done with your show?
Yeah, I did. I was hoping that when I read the books, it would give me more insight to the show, but in reality, I never even got close. Although, yeah, I remember I did get that I did have it read by the movie because I was seeing all the in jokes in the movie, or the in
Oh yeah,
references, I should say.
yeah.
Like people,
Grandpa!
Grandpa. Yeah, the guy they just completely, like, fluff over, despite the fact that he has a whole character arc in the book.
Yeah, the lip syncing isn't that bad for the most part.
Not that bad on you. On me, there's instances where I stop talking, but my audio keeps on going.
Like at the end, like, and this has been another.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I don't know why this is one of those. It's kind of hard to watch for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's the nature of my performance.
I don't know. Well, for
I
me,
would never survive without drinking that night.
the reason I don't like watching is that I should have taken another take, man. Seriously. Lip
There
sync is
goes
pretty
the end
bad.
of Our harmonies are so good, aren't they?
Can you tell which one of us is a trained singer?
Well, even back then, I wasn't as familiar with Les Mis as I am post-show.
Yeah, but I have the voice of a dying chihuahua, and you know, I think in the comment section of this, it actually has one of your relatives or friends or something commenting you on your voice,
Like,
but
yeah, it's Valjean in his future.
happens to not mention
Here comes
me.
the hit. You know what I mean? The hit.
The hit. Oh yes, this is a much loved
You
shot.
don't even touch me.
No, I don't. I do not beat Rob in my spare time, just so you know.
Good. I'm glad of that. Well, now you physically can't.
I don't know. I guess I could send you a spring-loaded punching thing like they do in cartoons. Boxing glove, that's what it's called.
This bit you're singing here, maybe it's a little sadder than your real opinion. I'm thinking.
Yeah. I think we both mentioned we both kind of found the movie to be all right, and
Yeah,
the movie did
in fact,
and the movie did make split opinions across the internet, so
yeah.
kind of to
Well,
be
yeah,
expected.
speaking of which, Doug Walker, nostalgia critic, he ripped us off.
He did,
Yeah,
bastard.
like, I look on it, Lame as a musical review. We did this!
Uh
And I think no offense, Doug Walker, I love you, but our songs are better.
huh. Yeah, that's why I
Or at
didn't.
least, it's not as good with me and just changing the notes. I mean, sometimes maybe it works, but in that case it didn't for me. It just makes that less enjoyable.
Also, he ripped off.
Yeah, and our versions of this song right now are pretty much the same message.
Uh-huh. And something else. I think in the non-sung version we bring up the bit where what's his face, Russell Crowe falls down into the water, makes that
Yeah,
cartoony crack effect, and that we should
Yeah,
add like fly whistles and stuff.
Yeah.
And they totally did that.
Yeah.
Somebody watched our video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of which, the non-sung version, was it like I suggested it on the way out of the movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, that's the bit where you were singing and your mouth didn't move at all.
Yep.
Tomorrow comes. I know the harmony now after doing the show, which I didn't really get it entirely right until a week later. Funny story, and the conductor is tired.
But so just in case you're wondering, the way we set this up is that we totally wrote through the first act, because we already knew our opinions before the movie with that. Totally had that written through. And then for the second act, we basically had three or four different scenarios, and we would pair it up based on the scenario. So we had it covered no matter how we felt about that movie.
See what I put up with line. Go on.
Yeah. Just we had all these different scenarios for any kind of way we felt about the movie, in a general sense.
Yeah, it was basically with the same songs, right? Just altering the lyrics a little.
Yeah, basically. And of course altering the moods and stuff and the way we look. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it. It's honestly the best review I've ever done, totally, and probably one of my best videos.
You're welcome.
Yes.
So should we tell the Major Domo story, or?
Sure, why not? I'll tell the first part. Back in the olden days, when I was in my Les Miserables production, there was this one part where the director was having us do this little dance number. And of course, I danced like a dead hippopotamus.
Oh, well, you played a hippopotamus once.
Yes, that's a different story. But
well, yeah, that's a totally other story.
yes, but anyway, at one point the director comes up to me and I think, oh great, I'm gonna be put into the back and everyone's gonna ignore me. And he says, okay, you're the major domo. So at first I'm like, oh, what's the major domo? And I have to look through the script.
Robot from Captain EO.
Uh-huh. At first I have to look through the script and stuff, but eventually I figure it out. And it's really cool because it was my biggest role in the whole thing. I had like 3 different roles,
what
but
about the guy in the Innkeeper song?
yeah, but he doesn't talk. He just stumbles in and falls over drunk.
You told me a few times without him, that number wouldn't have happened.
Yes, the whole number would have stopped. Nobody would be able to continue, right?
Yeah, no master of the house for you. But anyway, so go on, Major Domo.
Yeah, Major Domo was cool. I had this big old golden staff, and I got to scowl at people, and oh, it was great. It was
you had one of the spoken lines of the show.
Yeah, it was one of my few I have one of the few spoken lines in the entire show, and it was one of my lines. Yay! I think I had one other line when I was playing Clock Sue.
Clock Sue. Yeah, but that's a sung line.
It was a sung line, though. Yeah, happens to all.
And I never even caught it when I saw your show.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I know. But anyway.
And I remember when we saw the movie, I think you got really excited when the Major Domo showed up.
I was like, what? Major Domo? Because he was definitely my favorite of the characters. of the characters that I played, at least. I don't know. I think I would have liked to play the grandfather in that movie, though. I am disappointed in you.
What's the line like the dishonor you're bringing on our family?
And then an hour of skipped dialogue later, I'm proud of you, son. You can get married.
Well, if it's like the book, you get to hit on Cosette.
No. True. He's like a 96-year-old man, and he keeps on telling her, if I was 30 years younger, I'd totally tap your ass, little lady.
But yeah, so should I get on to my side of my part of the story?
Yes. Very proud of my Major Domo. Then Rob appears.
So this is like, let's see, that was 2011. Just like a year and a half later, so when I did like Miss School Edition, and I was cast as like originally just like a convict in the pimp, and then later, so it's the night of they're gonna rehearse the wedding scene. They're letting some people go, so like I mean these people, and I'm like so ensemble people don't need to go, and they're like, no, Rob, you're gonna be Major Domo, and I didn't know beforehand. Like they never said when the cast list was announced who Domo was. There was some Facebook page I wasn't a part of, and when I look back there, they never said it. So, yeah, I didn't know till then I was going to be Major Domo. And, personally, I like to be mysterious, play mystery man, kind of. Like, don't tell people cool things, so, to for the sake of their reactions. So I did not tell Mr. Glenn here that I was Major Domo. And so how was it when it was almost the wedding for you? Coming up to that scene.
Well, I was enjoying the play all right. I got to see my friend. It was a really small theater, but
Yeah,
it
love that.
but it was halfway decent. But when the wedding scene arrived, I was of course searching for the major domo, 'cause he's my favorite character. Even if Alex's dad referred to him as Major Homo, I didn't care.
Go on.
Yes, but anyway, I eventually spotted him, and it was Rob, dressed as the major domo, and he was doing
Yeah,
all
the
of the
blue jacket and the white staff with the purple maple streamers going up, and I cannot take that staff seriously.
Yes, he was major domoing, and I was sitting there with my jaw at the floor,
Your draw at the floor?
my jaw at the floor,
Yeah.
and basically afterwards I just approached his mom and I said, I think I'm gonna kill your son, ma'am.
Yeah, and some family friends of mine were getting really concerned about that.
About, really?
Yeah.
They actually thought it...
So scary, guy who's gonna kill Rob.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I meant for it to come across...
And you still had the old hair back then. That probably didn't help.
I meant to come across as sarcastic, but to them. But I hope I didn't seriously make them think I was gonna kill you.
Yeah. So then, and then I come out, I see you, hey, Glenn, and you're like, Rob, you got Major Domo, and you didn't help me.
You didn't tell me, you bastard.
Well, yeah, you get why.
Yeah, I do, 'cause you're a bastard.
No, I'm a major homo.
You are a major homo, and I was a major homo, but then I got out of musical theater. Also, as you can notice, the video ended quite a while ago, actually.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just wrap this up.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea.
Okay. So stay tuned for more Dire Situations, not commentaries, just regular old Dire Situations.
So you've been seeing some movies lately?
Yes, I have. Coming up in the near future. Ciao.